first diver, Andy Lovell from Newcastle. Her first dive will be 201A, back dive straight, degree of difficulty 1.7. Our next diver, Michael Hooker from Eastern Hancock, will be performing dive 201A, back dive straight, degree of difficulty 1.7. Our quick round of dives, Lovell from Newcastle will be performing dive 103C, forward 1.5 somersault puck, degree of difficulty 1.6. Break the second dive, dive 102C, forward somersault puck, degree of difficulty 1.4. Four and a half. Okay, we go straight dive, 201A, back dive straight, degree of difficulty 1.7. For 4.5, 5, 4. I can sort by 101B, overtime. I agree A back dive, half twist, straight, degree of difficulty, 1.8. Four, 4. Stand stiff dive 5, 2, 1, 1A, back dive, half twist, straight, degree of difficulty, 1.8.
That was Sam Wheeler for Eastern Hancock in the girls' 1 meter diving event.
4.5, 4.5, 4.
4, 4.5, and 4 for her scores.
I guess this dive 5, 2, 1, 1A, back dive, half twist, straight, degree of difficulty, 1.8.
This is Micah's last dive, her 5th dive. Three and a half, 4.5, and a 4.
Our 6th and final round, Andy's 6th dive 402C, inward somersault up, degree of difficulty, 1.6.
This is Annie Glover from Newcastle. Five, 5.5, and a 5.5.
Again, final dive 101A, forward dive straight, degree of difficulty, 1.4.
Very nice dive by McKenna Prickett of Newcastle High School.
So 5.5, 6, 5.5. Same final dive 401C, inward dive tuck, degree of difficulty, 1.4. 401C, inward dive tuck.
On the board now is Sam Wheeler. That was an inward tuck dive. 5, 5.5, and a 4.5.
And our final dive of the evening, Mike will be diving 401C, inward dive tuck, degree of difficulty, 1.4.
This is Micah's final dive. An inward dive tuck. Four, 4, 4.
That concludes
All right. That concludes the diving portion of the events. After this, we'll have event one, the girls' 200-yard medley relay, and then follow that with the girls' 200-yard free. Thank you for bearing with us as we connected our new microphones, and we're ready to broadcast the remaining events and tell you who's in the pool and how they're doing. All right, since the girls are already lining up and we almost have the pool back in order for the swimming events, I'll go ahead and tell you who's swimming where. In lane 2, we have Newcastle High School A, Lydia Kivett, Drew Arthur, Brenna Howe, and Audrey Lapp. In lane 3, we have the Eastern Hancock relay of Megan Atkins, Seb Ebert, Sophie Dolence, and Audrey Woolbridge Jacoby. In number 4, we have Batesville High School, Cora Miller, Sarah Bedell, Isabel Robb, and Samantha Adams. And in 5, we have Batesville B, Grace Copley, Lexi Harris, Emma Miller, and Briley Brochures. Lanes 1 and 6 will not be used in this event. It is the 200 medley relay. We have a lot of new swimmers on the team this year. Returning from last year, our seniors Sophie Dolence and Megan Atkins, along with junior Seb Ebert. Audrey Woolridge Jacoby has returned to the swim for her senior year.
In lane 2, Newcastle High School. In lane 3, Hancock High School. Lane 4, Batesville High School. And lane 5, Batesville High School.
Official Beth Willoughby is checking her microphone and starting equipment. All right, in lane 2, we have Lydia Kivett for Newcastle, Megan Atkins for Eastern Hancock in lane 3, Cora Miller for Batesville in lane 4, and Grace Copley for Batesville in 5. Drew Arthur on the blocks for Newcastle, Seb Ebert on the blocks in number 3, Sarah Bedell in number 4, and Lexi Harris in number 5. In the lead right now is Batesville High School A in lane 4, Sarah Bedell, followed closely by Drew Arthur of Newcastle and Seb Ebert of Eastern Hancock. In lane 5 is Lexi Harris of Batesville. Batesville's third swimmer, Isabel Robb, is in the water in lane 4. Followed by Sophie Dolans from Eastern Hancock and Brenna Howe from Newcastle. Batesville's last swimmer, Briley Samantha Adams, is in the water, followed by Audrey Wooldridge Jacoby from Eastern Hancock and Audrey Lapp from Newcastle. Right now, Emma Miller of Batesville is in lane 5, swimming her butterfly leg for the Batesville team. Approaching the start-finish line is Samantha Adams of Batesville A in lane 4. Batesville wins it, 2 minutes, 13:28. Come on, Audrey. Audrey Woolridge Jacoby in her first race. Oh! She barely misses that. Newcastle comes in second, 2:27.70. Eastern, a very close third place, 2:27.87. Want to congratulate Audrey, senior, on her first race back in the pool at Eastern Hancock. Fourth goes to Batesville B, 2:41.43 for them over in lane 5. Next up will be the girls' 200-yard freestyle event, and I'll be turning it over to my co-anchor, Emerson Brown.
Lane 3 girls 200-yard freestyle. Lane 1, Bradley Rozier of Batesville. Lane 2, Aubrey Lapp from Newcastle. Lane 3, Seth Ebert from Hancock. Lane 4, Cora Miller of Batesville. Lane 5, Drew Arthur of Newcastle. Lane 6, Isabella Edmond from Eastern Hancock.
Cora Miller. Lane 5 is Drew Arthur, and lane 6, Isabella Edmond. Yep. Do I say as they're swimming? You can announce it right now. They will only hear what you're saying in that microphone. They won't hear it out there. Okay.
Lane 1 is Briley Brochures. Lane 2 is Aubrey Lapp. Lane 3, Seb Ebert. Lane 4, Cora Miller. Lane 5, Drew Arthur. And Lane 6, Isabella Inman.
Eastern Hancock swimmers are in lanes 3 and 6. Seb and Isabella will be swimming the 200-yard freestyle for Eastern tonight. In the girls 200 free, we have Newcastle in lane 5 in the lead right now, followed closely by Seb Ebert of Eastern Hancock in lane 3 and Batesville in lane 4. Isabella Inman is in the far lane over in lane 6, approaching the far end of the pool. We have Drew Arthur from Newcastle, touching and turning in the 200. Seb is in second, right here in lane 3. In lane 4 is Cora Miller. She'll touch and turn. And underneath the flags and back to the start-finish area is Isabella Inman from Eastern Hancock. She'll touch and turn. Newcastle's Drew Arthur comes in first, followed by Seb Ebert of Eastern Hancock. That's a 228.70 for Drew and a 230.93 for Seb. Who's that in lane 4? Cora Miller finishes for Batesville. In lane 1, Briley Broshears just finished. And the lane 2 finisher from Newcastle is Aubrey Lapp with a time of 3:26.70, and that is the girls' 200-yard freestyle.
Lane 5, Newcastle High School, Drew Arthur. Image 5, girls 200-yard high jump. In lane 2, Newcastle, Brenna House. In lane 3, from Hancock, Sophie Gullis. In lane 4, from Batesville, Sarah Cadell. In lane 5, from Batesville, Simone Stiller.
The girls 200-yard IM. In lane 2, we have Brenna Howie. Lane 3, Sophie Dolence. Lane 4, Sarah Ebdol. Lane 5, Emma Miller.
Sophie looks really strong in lane 3 as she comes back with the butterfly. Sophie Dolence remains in the lead in lane 3, followed by Sarah Bedell from Batesville High School in lane 4, and Brenna Howe in lane 2 for Newcastle. You can see the boys team cheering on Sophie and her teammates over here on the right-hand side of the screen. It's going to come down to it. It's almost simultaneous touch and turns for Sophie Dolence of Eastern Hancock and her Batesville competitor in lane 4. Oh, it is close, guys, between lanes 3 and 4. Sophie and Sarah, Eastern versus Batesville. Can she stretch it out and touch first? Oh, she did it. 2:35.77 to Batesville's 2:36.22. Emerson, who came in third in that race? What's her name?
Brenna Howe.
Winner for the girls 200 yards, Italy, first in Hancock, Sophie Dolence.
Would you prefer to sit or stand? Do you want to stand at the railing or? Okay.
In lane 1 for Batesville, Isabel Ross. In lane 2 for Newcastle, Denise Lee. In lane 3 for Eastern Hancock, Micah Hunter. In lane 4 for Batesville, Fernanda Howe. In lane 5 for Newcastle, Amy Glover. And in lane 6 for Eastern Hancock, Audrey Woodruff.
For the 50-yard freestyle in lane 1, we have Isabella Rabb of Batesville High School. In lane 2, Denise Lee of Newcastle High School. Lane 3, Micah Munger of Eastern Hancock. Lane 4, Samantha Adams of Batesville High School. In lane 5, Annie Grover of Newcastle High School. And in lane 6, Aubrey Roldridge Jacoby of Eastern Hancock.
I think that's Isabel Robb of Batesville that came in first with a time of 27:80. Cora Miller of Batesville came in second. Drew Arthur of Newcastle came in third, and Aubrey Lapp of Newcastle came in fourth. Eastern Hancock swimmers. Oh, I'm sorry. It was Denise Lee from Newcastle in lane 2. Micah Munger, the Eastern Hancock swimmer in this race, placed fifth with a time of 42:08. Last season, she only dove for us. She never swam. What's the next event after the girls freestyle?
The 100-yard butterfly.
Hey, Todd, it's right back here. Cracks me up daily. I enjoy his company. Yeah, stinks.
Way too many of these types of things. I know, but yes.
We have a little break right now while the swimmers warm up or cool down. You know, our diving coach. Oh, it was great. I had so much fun. Well, we all swim. We all swim here. kiddos from our school that go to Knightstown right down the road and work at the radio station there. And they record promos and then they DJ on the radio. And they learn how to do broadcasts and they pass their broadcasting ethics exams and things like that. It could be really cool. Kind of depends on what you're into, but it is a lot of fun and it's not too far away, you know, because that one is at Knightstown, right over the hill. And I'm sorry. It is a cool way to get some experience. Just kind of check out. We're wrapping up the diving and warm-up cool-down break. We're getting ready for the 100 butterfly event, which features Sophie Dolence from Eastern Hancock, Drew Arthur from Newcastle, Emma Miller from Batesville, and Isabel Robb from Batesville. Since we did diving at the very beginning of the meet tonight, that's why we had this warm-up cool-down break.
Not to ask a dumb question. First high school swimming. What's going on right now? Is this like an intermission or something?
All right. Right now, what we are experiencing is a warm-up cool-down break because this is our So what we have is we have a slight break plus some more speakers and
I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure if it was a technical thing, diving or something.
Tonight on the pool deck, we have the boys team hanging out with us and working the stopwatches here at the start-finish line. Their first meet, it will be a co-ed meet hosted here at Eastern Hancock on Monday afternoon. That's the November 25th.
Eastern Hancock, Sam Wheeler.
115.90, Sam Wheeler.
In third place, also from Eastern Hancock with 117.90, breaking her own school record and setting new school record, Micah Munger.
117.90 for Micah Munger, new school record.
In third place with 129.20,
McKenna Pickett comes in
and
second.
women's side of diving with a score of 143.40, Annie Glover.
Annie Glover of Newcastle wins the diving event. Excellent.
And back to swimming, up next event 11, girls 100-yard butterfly. In lane 2 from Newcastle, Drew Arthur. In lane 3 from Eastern Hancock, Sophie Dillon. Lane 4 from Batesville, Emma Miller. And in lane 5, also from Batesville, Isabel Robb.
For the 100-yard butterfly in lane 2, we have Drew Arthur of Newcastle High School. Lane 3, Sophie Dolan of Eastern Hancock High School. Lane 4, Emma Miller, Batesville High School. And lane 5, Isabella Rabb of Batesville High School. First place was Sophie Dolans of Eastern Hancock. Second place, Drew Arthur of Newcastle High School. Third place, Emma Miller of Batesville High School. And then fourth place, Isabella Rabb of Batesville High School.
Up next, this 13 girls 100-yard freestyle. In lane 1, from Batesville, Lexi Harris. In lane 2, from Newcastle, Emma Harris. In lane 3, from Eastern Hancock, Audrey Woolridge Cody. In lane 4, from Batesville, Grace Smokey. In lane 5, from Newcastle, Denise Lee. And in lane 6, from Eastern Hancock, Sam Wheeler.
For the 100-yard freestyle, in lane 1 is Lexi Harris of Batesville High School. Lane 2, Emma Harris of Newcastle High School. Lane 3, Audrey Woolridge Jacoby of Eastern Hancock High School. And lane 4, Grace Copley of Batesville High School. And lane 5, Dancy Lee of Newcastle High School. And lane 6, Sam Willer of Eastern Hancock High School. In first place, we have Grace Coley of Batesville High School. Second place, Lexi Harris of Batesville High School. Third place, Emma Harris of Newcastle High School. Fourth place, Dancy Lee of Newcastle High School. Fifth place, Sam Wheeler of Eastern Hancock High School. And sixth place, Audrey Woolridge Jacoby of Eastern Hancock High School.
Event 15, girls 500-yard freestyle. In lane 2 for Newcastle, Brenna. In lane 3 for Eastern Hancock, Jacob Atkins. In lane 4 for Batesville, Katie Fullington. And in lane 5, also for Batesville, Riley Brochu.
For the 500-yard freestyle in lane 2, Brenna Howe of Newcastle High School. Lane 3, Megan Atkins of Eastern Hancock High School. Lane 4, Kate Fullenkamp of Batesville High School. And Briley Brochure in lane 5 of Batesville High School.
This is a long race. Sophie Dolans is counting for Megan Atkins, and they'll just keep swimming and swimming. And the first one that gets to the last lap will get the bell lap by the official. Tonight it's Beth Willoughby. And after that, then it'll be a quick 50 yards to the finish. But it's a long haul. We're on lap 5 at 1:45 for Megan Atkins in lane 3. That's Brenna Howe of Newcastle. She has just a little over 25 yards before she finishes her race. We are at right 6:05, 6:06 right now as she heads back to the start finish line.
First place is Brenna Howe from Newcastle High School with a time of 6 minutes, 23 seconds.
And Kate Fillenkamp from Batesville is in second place right now. This is her final lap with just a little under 50 yards to go. And Megan Atkins is also heading for the last 25 yards as she goes down to the bottom.
In second place, Kate Fullenkamp from Batesville High School with a time of 7 minutes, 18 seconds. In third place, Megan Atkins from Eastern Hancock High School with a time of 7 minutes and 25 seconds. In fourth place, Briley Brochure of Batesville High School with a time of 7 minutes and 57 seconds.
High School, Brenna Howe. Next up, the next 17, girls 200 yard freestyle relay. In lane 2, Newcastle. In lane 3, Hancock. In lane 4, Batesville. And in lane 5, Batesville.
Hey, guys. So in the girls 200 freestyle relay, each of the swimmers swims up and back for a total of 50 yards each. And it looks like for Eastern Hancock, we have Bella Inman leading off, Micah Munger swimming the second leg, Sam Wheeler the third leg, and Megan Atkins swimming the final leg. Isabella Inman is a freshman here at Eastern Hancock, and Sam Wheeler is a junior, but this is their first time swimming. Sam is the diver that you saw earlier in the diving event, the first event of the evening. And as I mentioned earlier, Micah was our lone diver last year, our first female diver for Eastern Hancock. And this year she's also competing in swim events.
For the 200-yard freestyle relay, in lane 2 is Newcastle High School, McKenna Pickett. In lane 3 of Eastern Hancock is Isabella Inman. In lane 4 is Batesville High School, Samantha Adams. And in lane 5 is Batesville High School, Grace Copley.
And in lane 5 for Batesville, Copley, Fullerton, Harris, and Miller.
Going in lane 3 for Eastern Hancock is Micah Munger. In lane 2 for Newcastle High School, Annie Glover. Lane 4, Batesville High School, Sarah Ebdol. In lane 5 for Batesville High School is Kate Fulenkamp. For Batesville High School, Emma Miller in lane 4. In lane 5 for Batesville High School, Lexi Harris. In lane 2 for Newcastle High School is Dancy Lee. In lane 3 for Eastern Hancock, Sam Wheeler. In lane 4, Batesville High School, Emma Miller. In lane 5 for Batesville High School, Lexi Harris. In lane 2 for Newcastle High School is Emma Harris. Eastern Hancock, lane 3 is Megan Atkins. And lane 4, Batesville High School is Isabella Rabb. First place, Batesville High School with a time of 1 minute and 59 seconds. Second place, also Batesville High School for a time of 2 minutes and 13 seconds. Second place, third place was Newcastle High School with 2 minutes and 32 seconds. And in fourth place, Eastern Hancock High School with 2 minutes and 33 seconds.
Coach Joe Lentz just told Megan Atkins to stay in the water because she just swam the last race of the relay and she gets to compete in the backstroke.
In lane 3, Hancock, Atkins. In lane 4,
For the 100-yard backstroke in lane 1 is Kate Bullenkamp of Batesville High School. In lane 2, McKenna Prickett of Newcastle High School. In lane 3, Megan Atkins of Eastern Hancock High School. In lane 4 is Cora Miller of Batesville High School. And in lane 5 is Lydia Kivett of Newcastle High School. First place in lane 5 is Lydia Kivett of Newcastle High School with a time of 1 minute and 23 seconds. And second place, Cora Miller of Batesville High School for a time of 1 minute and 24 seconds. And third place, Megan Atkins of Eastern Hancock High School, 1 minute and 28 seconds. And fourth place, Kate Fullenkamp of Batesville High School with a time of 1 minute and 39 seconds. And fifth place is McKenna Prickett of Newcastle High School.
Next up, Division 21 girls 100-yard breaststroke. In lane 1 for Batesville, Samantha L. In lane 2 for Newcastle, Aubrey Lapp. In lane 3 for Eastern Hancock, Isabel Finley. In lane 4 for Batesville, Sarah Taylor. In lane 5 for Newcastle, Emma Harris. And in lane 6 for Eastern Hancock, Seth Field.
For the 100-yard breaststroke in lane 1 is Samantha Adams of Batesville High School. Lane 2 is Aubrey Lapp of Newcastle High School. Lane 3, Isabella Inman of Eastern Hancock. Lane 4 is Sarah Ebdel of Batesville High School. Lane 5 is Emma Harris of Newcastle High School. And in lane 6 is Seb Ebert of Eastern Hancock High School. In first place is Sarah Ebdel of Batesville High School with a time of 1 minute and 19 seconds. Second place is Seb Ebert of Eastern Hancock High School with a time of 1 minute and 27 seconds. third place is Samantha Adams of Batesville High School. Fourth place is Isabella Inman of Eastern Hancock High School with a time of 1 minute and 44 seconds. In fifth place is Emma Harris of Newcastle High School. And in sixth place is Aubrey Lapp of Newcastle High School with a time of 1 minute and 57 seconds.
Our final event this evening, event 23, girls 400 yard freestyle relay. In lane 2, Newcastle. In lane 3, Eastern Hancock. In lane 4, Batesville. And in lane 5, Hancock.
For the 400-yard freestyle relay in lane 2 for Newcastle High School is Brenna Howe, Emma Harris, Aubrey Lapp, and Drew Arthur. In lane 3, Eastern Hancock High School, there is Seb Ebert, Sophie Dolence, Audrey Woldridge Jacoby, and Isabella Inman. In lane 4, Batesville High School with Grace Copley, Lexi Harris, Kate Bullenkamp, and Briley Brochures. And in lane 5 is also Newcastle High School with Lydia Kivett, Denise Lee, Annie Glover, and McKenna Prickett. First place is Newcastle High School with a time of 5 minutes and 10 seconds. Second place is Batesville High School for a time of 5 minutes and 14 seconds. Third place, Newcastle High School for 5 minutes and 20 seconds. And then fourth place, Eastern Hancock High School for a time of 5 minutes and 33 seconds.
Relay team of Oakley Harris Philippines for cheers. Batesville High School. We will have a final score of 40.
Well, Emerson, thanks for hanging with me up here on the pool deck. Next time we'll get the mics figured out and things will go a little smoother. As Mike Dolans, the coach, comes back here to congratulate his daughter and the remainder of his teammates. This is just the start of the season. Right now it's picking up equipment and putting up the timing boards so that they can tabulate the scores and figure out the final events for tonight, the final scores. Thanks again so much for joining us tonight. As some of the swimmers cool down in the pool and the boys team puts away their timing equipment and their furniture. We have the final scores for the meet.
Newcastle, Eastern Hancock. Newcastle 87, Eastern Hancock 64. Batesville, Newcastle. Batesville 91, Newcastle 67. And Batesville, Eastern Hancock. Batesville 92, Eastern Hancock 66.
All right, this was a dual meet tonight. So Newcastle
Thank you all for attending.
placed first over Eastern Hancock with a score of 87 to 64. Batesville placed first over Newcastle, 91 to 67. Batesville also placed first over Eastern Hancock, 92-66. Batesville, the big winner on the night. Newcastle winning against Eastern Hancock, and Eastern Hancock getting some times in the books for their season. Thanks again for joining us on the Eastern Hancock Sports Network. Our next meet will be Monday night from this pool at 6 o'clock. And that will be a boys and girls varsity swim and dive meet.